Live in Western Oregon, this is NBC 16 News at 5.
We'll also be allowing in-person gatherings of up to 25 people for any purpose, so long as physical distancing is maintained.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for NBC 16 at 5. I'm Alan Matthews. Governor Kate Brown approved 31 Oregon counties to begin Phase 1 tomorrow, this 7 weeks after she announced the Stay Home, Save Lives order. All the yellow counties that you're seeing on this map are the 31 that got approved to start Phase 1 of reopening. In our region, that includes Lane, Douglas, Coos, Deschutes, Benton, and Lynn. All of the gray counties have not been approved. Marion and Polk counties applied but did not meet certain criteria. Multnomah, Washington, and Clackamas are all counties that have not applied for Phase 1 of reopening quite yet. Now, as a reminder, this is what Phase 1 includes. People can gather in groups of up to 25, but they shouldn't travel. Restaurants, bars, salons, and gyms can also reopen with restrictions. Now, what exactly are some of those changes that restaurants and bars will see? Well, restaurants will have sit-down service, but tables have to be 6 feet apart. All employees also have to wear face coverings, and last call for food and alcohol will be at 10 p.m. As far as Phase 1, for personal services like salons and barbers, appointments are required. There has to be 6 feet between clients. They have to remove all magazines, snacks, and beverages from any waiting areas. And depending on the service, employees and clients have to wear face coverings, capes, or smocks. Turning down south now, Douglas County was one of the first counties to ask for permission to reopen. They sent a letter to Governor Kate Brown last month. Commissioner Chris Boyce says that they were also early with the application to reopen, sending it the afternoon before the governor started accepting them. Boyce says it's important to follow the guidelines that are set by the state.
But the more diligent we are just about normal hygiene and social distancing things that are being recommended, I think the better chance we'll have of being able to continue to move forward instead of having to back up from this.
Of the 24 positive coronavirus cases in Douglas County, 23 have recovered. Boyce says he wouldn't be surprised to see a few more cases once Phase 1 begins, but he says the county is well prepared to deal with them. Meanwhile, on the coast, it didn't come as easy for Coos County. County commissioners were asked to resubmit their application with the request of additional documents and adjustments. Commissioner Melissa Cribben says while the county can start reopening, every business will have to evaluate whether reopening makes sense for them.
I think a lot of them will decide to, because a lot of them have been ready to reopen for a while. But it will be interesting to see how the public responds, because people definitely are having to take into account their own personal health and their own personal level of comfort about getting back out there in public.
Cribben says overall they feel good about reopening because so many people have put hard work into it, and that is paying off. Coos County currently has 28 positive and 2 presumptive cases. So how much did it take to finally start Phase 1 of reopening? Well, we're going to take a look at some of the key executive orders that Governor Brown issued to prevent the spread of coronavirus. At the start of March, Governor Brown declared a state of emergency. Just days later, she banned gatherings of 250 people or more. One day after, Governor Brown announced K-12 school closures statewide. Eventually, school closures were extended until the rest of the academic year, and that included universities. On March 16th, Governor Brown banned gatherings of 25 people or more. Also on that day, she announced that restaurants could only offer takeout and delivery options. On March 19th, Governor Brown ordered all non-urgent medical procedures to cancel. And then finally on March 23rd, the governor announced a stay-at-home order. Now, those are only some of the executive orders that she has issued before the reopening. We turn now to the coronavirus cases statewide as the Oregon Health Authority announced 67 new cases, no presumptive cases, and 3 new deaths. This brings our state total to more than 3,400 and 137 deaths. Now, as you can see, the bulk of the cases are in the northern counties where Phase 1 applications have not yet been submitted. We turn to our region. Benton County has 50 cases. Lynn County still with the most at 107. Here in Lane County, we remain with 61. Deschutes County is also up. They have 91 cases. Douglas County stands at 24, and Coos County stands at 30. The Eugene Airport saw a small uptick in travelers over the last few weeks. Late last month, the airport reported travel was down by 95%. Currently, it's down by 90%. Acting Airport Director Catherine Stevens says despite the sharp decline in passengers, the airport remains financially sound. That's in part thanks to funding from the CARES Act, which is helping to pay for staff and some construction projects. Stevens says they've used the low amount of business as time to upgrade lighting and deep clean.
Every nook and cranny has been cleaned. We were able to clean and stripe our parking lot because usually it would be a big ordeal to have to cordon it off until cars are moved out and then you take care of it in sections, but we were able to do pretty much the whole thing.
Non-essential travel is expected to go up after phase 1 of reopening is complete. When more travelers start coming to the airport, Stevens says staff will look into more social distancing measures, meaning some seating throughout the airport may get blocked off. Right now, people need to keep 6 feet apart while waiting in lines, and shields have been installed at check-in counters. She says it's too early to say if wait times will increase, but says likely not. The Mill Casino in North Bend will be reopening on Monday the 18th. There will be limited hours and entry, and half the number of rooms and RV park spaces will be available to allow for social distancing. There are plexiglass barriers now at the front desk. All guests and employees will have their temperature checked. The slot floor at the Mill Casino will be open with distancing measures. Table games will resume in time with distance seating.
We recognize that other businesses will be opening as well here in Coos County and the state, and we felt that we have an excellent plan in place.
Meade says they feel like it's time to get people back to work. The mill closed in late March. As a sovereign nation, Meade says their relationship is with the federal government, and the state has no authority over the open or closure of their businesses.
We're partners with state and local governments, and we want what's best for our community and our community members. So when the casino was closed, it was under the tribal council's direction, and the same with the reopening.
The National Indian Gaming Commission put out the guidelines for casinos. There is more information on the Mill Casino website. And if you're running low on some of your favorite products, Valley River Center will be opening tomorrow. But before you head over, check their website first, because not all stores and restaurants are opening Friday following Governor Brown's orders. According to their spokesperson, they're taking steps to keep their customers safe with extra cleaning and sanitizing, especially on frequent touch points, and maintaining social distancing guidelines. Tomorrow, the mall will be open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
For phase 1 Friday, but I'll let you know when we'll expect it after the break.